Tonight, right? We've had these issues over the last couple of weeks where the prices, people have said the prices haven't increased in the GA side of it, right? But they haven't come down to satisfactory levels, right? We are people are finding it difficult, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I spoke to Munster Council officials after the Tyrone match, and they did agree with me, but it was probably too late at this stage. You have all Ireland quarter-final matches at the moment, right? Going ahead, €20 into the venues. You had a double header in Croke Park last weekend, two Dublin teams involved, €20 going in. And that's why an awful lot of people are not travelling. We are losing genuine GA followers on the basis of the prices, nothing else.
Well, I have no doubt those who are here are going to enjoy this evening's match. It's time for us to take a short break, but do stay with us as we continue our build-up to the Munster hurling final replay. Welcome back to Thurles for the Munster hurling final replay between Cork and Waterford. In the commentary box for us this evening are Marty Morrissey and Michael Dignan. So let's join them for all of the latest team news.
Thank you very much, Michael. It's the 59th championship meeting between these counties, with Cork victorious on 41 of those occasions. However, this is the 5th draw. And you may recall that the last championship meeting in 2007, an All-Ireland quarter-final, also ended level. Waterford won the replay, so maybe after all history favours the Dashis. For the last 11 years, this man has been Cork's first choice goalkeeper. 33-year-old Donal Cusack has been a crucial part of Cork hurling history for the first decade of this century, both on and off the field. Shane O'Neill and Owen Cadigan play in their second Munster final in 6 days. Brian Murphy has been here before, although he made history last Sunday when he scored a point from corner back. Surprise, surprise, Sean O'Halpine is not playing. Shane Murphy gets his chance on the starting 15. He's named at wing-back, but he may not start there. Tom Kenny and Cathal Naughton have formed quite a strong centre-field partnership for the Rebels. Between them, they scored 3 points here in Thurles last Sunday in the drawn match. There's a change in the Cork half-forward line. Michael Cusson, who scored a point after being introduced 6 days ago, replaces the injured Jerry O'Connor. Niall McCarthy surprisingly moved to the number 11 jersey. And the Cork manager, Dennis Walsh, keeps the faith in Pat Horgan and Kieran Fraggy Murphy, the team captain. Both corner forwards failed to score last Sunday, but Saki, you will recall, scored a cracking goal. Michael Dignan.
Yeah, just looking at Donal Cusack here, the influence that he has on this team. He's the natural leader of the Cork team. His influence, I think, with his puckouts in particular, can dictate a game. We saw that against Tipperary, and Waterford didn't allow it as much the last day. So I think they'll be looking again for his short puckouts, trying to work the ball in, and he's a crucial man for them.
Waterford are chasing their 9th Munster title this evening with a team that has no place for Ken McGrath or Dan Shanahan, but yet it was 37-year-old Tony Brown that saved them here in Thurles 6 days ago. It's fair to say that this man, Clinton Hennessy, is a far better goalkeeper these days. A bit like a good wine, he's improving with age. It's his 5th championship season. Liam Lawler is named again at full-back and did reasonably well the last day. Owen Murphy is consistently good, while Noel Connors was this commentator's man of the match 6 days ago here in Thurles. Equally impressive was centre-back Michael Brick Walsh, while Declan Prendergast cleared an unmounted ball. At 5 was the Waterford hero, Mount Sign's Tony Brown. Less than a week ago here in Thurles, Shane O'Sullivan had a fine game at centre field and scored 2 great points. Considering he had stitches in his left hand, Abbyside's Richie Foley played well, but more will be expected of him this evening. The star of the Waterford half-forward line is undoubtedly Owen Kelly. What a goal, perhaps the strike of the year. Kevin Moran and Stephen Malumphey are a hard-working duo, but their manager will want them to score a little bit more. John Milan is still the main man in the full-forward line. He scored 4 points from play in the drawn match. Seamus Prendergast is the only change in the team as he replaces Owen McGrath at top of the left. Shane Walsh continues at the edge of the square.
Yeah, and for me, for Waterford, Michael Brick Walsh at number 6 is the key man, and I think the battle today, whether he's on Niall McCarthy, probably be Michael Cusson in the centre. He had a brilliant game last Sunday, but I thought when Cusson came on, he played a more traditional centre forward role and won a good bit of ball there. So I think if Cusson is there, whoever wins that battle will go a long way to deciding the game.
As Michael said, it's a dull evening here in Thurles. They were anticipating 20,000. I'm afraid it's going to be somewhere between 12 and 15. Michael.
I think that's about right, Marty. One thing about this game, Tomás Mulcahy, looking at last week, unusually Ben O'Connor was having a poor first half anyway in terms of striking the ball from frees, which is not like him, of course.
I know, and I suppose the Waterford people are still saying that one in the first half there was definitely wide as well, So, yeah, he did have an off day from frees, a bit unlike Ben, certainly, and even from sideline balls. I mean, there was 3 sideline balls went wide as well, So, I mean, Ben is Ben knows Cork hurling nothing, right? His quality has never been questioned in the past and stuff like that. Where I had a difficulty with Ben last weekend was in the central area and stuff like that, was that there was too much delay with the ball going inside and stuff like that as well, and there was too much dilly-dallying out there. I mean, he's a great man to get on the ball. And even in the second half, when he elected to go along with a few balls into the square, Cork got the dividends out of it, and he got a great goal himself. But I mean, you would expect maybe a bit more accuracy, certainly from place balls from Ben tonight.
But taking up on that point, Cyril, you've actually been looking specifically at this in the way Cork played last year, and that short ball that, as Tomas said, maybe would have been better placed inside.
Yeah, in the first half they're getting caught at the sharp ball though. Now they like to do this will show you they like to do this. This is Jerry and Ben now. It's a beautiful puck out here, they win the puck out. This is Jerry Connor gone deep from centre forward. He looks up, a little tap into Ben now. He couldn't have had in first time, he takes his time, he's hooked. Now he gets back on the ball again, flicks it back here. Now they're deadly on the ball, gets it back here again. But this is all taken up to about a minute. And next thing, Waterford on top, and there's no ball. This ball doesn't go into a Saki. Now here again, this is all in the first half. Again, a little hand pass across. Again, closed, another little pop pass here. He's going to get a tackle here. Waterford get in their tackle. Next blocked. It's going to be cleared again. So again, even though they were saying that Lawler had a good game in the Saki in the first half, it didn't go in there. Now this is the second half. This is a long ball coming down. Here you have this a high ball when it's going to break here now. Little flick by Nick Cross here. Ben O'Connor gets a touch here. Now, here's a Saki here. A good tackle by O'Connor. He rides the tackle and sticks a great ball to the back of the net. Cork, I think, will play a lot more direct today, and you'll probably find they'll benefit a lot more by it.
Yeah. Ger, by contrast, you have been looking at Waterford, and in actual fact, almost the opposite kind of situation.
Well, sure, yeah, it was exactly. It was a total contrast of styles. Waterford playing traditionally, getting the ball to the full forward line as fast as possible. And, Michael Diden said the last day, it's not getting the ball, but getting the ball at speed to the full forward line. They've withdrawn that two corner forwards. Milan is there on his own, huge space around him. Get the ball in as fast as you can to the forward. Now, that's not a great ball from Owen Kelly in. But once Milan gets on the break, he's so fast, he's so elusive, he's great with his left and right. Now, that was a terrific point from right over at the far side of the field over the bar. But I think the next one shows best what Waterford can do and how they can create and exploit pace. Now, Brick Welsh, whoever, he was just brilliant the last time. What a player this man is. To spot. Now, watch the space at the far side of the field. Look at two Waterford men, one Cork man. Now, I know that's the fault of the wing back, he should be there. And a great goal from Owen Kelly. So, it's that ability to create space that Waterford have, that Cork will get if they use the direct ball. But
I mean, that would be interesting, though, I say. I mean, the last day Waterford dropped their half forwards. You saw there the piece that Searle showed, right? It was Owen Kelly got the hook in. The half forwards coming right out, right? They crowded midfield. So anytime Jerry and Ben got on the ball or knocked in on the ball, there was bodies around.
That's what I was just saying.
Left Brick watching number 6.
People say, what has changed since Davy came into Waterford? Well, since he found his feet in Waterford. Number one, their conditioning is absolutely fantastic. Yes. The conditioning of the Water players. Their work rate is absolutely brilliant. But their defensive qualities, where they play a Kilkenny type game. They withdraw, they keep their 6 backs, their 2 midfielders come in to help, the wing forwards go back to help them, and so on. So they only conceded 1 point against the Cork forwards in 48 minutes last week. Now, that's totally different to the Waterford before. So if they do the same thing tonight, as Davy said there, are they going to be able to keep that work rate up tonight? That's the big question.
OK, that's what our panel think about how this game will go. But our reporter Claire McNamara is down pitchside with Ger Cunningham and Paul Flynn, who might have a different view on proceedings.
Yes, Michael, well, we'll wait and see. Ger Cunningham, firstly to you, no Sean Oak for Cork. How much of a loss do you think that will be?
Yeah, it's a big loss. Claire himself and Jerry O'Connor missing. There's a lot of experience now missing from the Cork team, with the 2 lads been missing. So, hopefully, I think the start of the game will be important for him to get into the game straight away to offset the loss of the 2 lads. He is a loss, there's no doubt, and also Jerry as well.
Now, Cork looked to have it won last week, especially after those 2 goals went in, but they weren't able to close it out. Yeah,
I'd say they'll be disappointed with that. 5 points up with 8 or 9 minutes to go, they probably will be disappointed they didn't close out the game. But it's even Stephen again. That's last week, and hopefully you can put it behind them. I think the start of the game is going to be very important to get into the game early.
So Cork or Waterford?
Cork by 3 or 4 points.
OK, Paul Flynn, people are always wondering who has the momentum after a draw. Many people believe it's with Waterford.
Well, Claire, I suppose after coming back from the dead, as Ger said there, Waterford people feel that they can go on and maybe, win it today. But, you got to feel that Cork have a little bit more improvement left in them.